welcome back to the channel. We are back, baby. We are going on another Florida holiday. We are so excited. It feels like it's been an absolute age since the last time I filmed anything for you. Today is our pre-travel day video. So I just wanted to sort of show you, kind of tell you a little bit about our itinerary. Not too much today though. This is going to be our biggest and best trip yet. We've got lots of new exciting things that we haven't done before to share with you, which is going to be absolutely wonderful. You'll have to forgive me, I have got a set of notes down here because it's just too much for my little brain to remember everything. So yeah, today is our pre-travel day. It's now 11 o'clock in the morning and we are going to set off from our home in sunny Devon. It's really sunny today, which makes a nice change, up to London, and we're staying at Premier Inn, which is in Gatwick on London Road, it's called, isn't it? So it is about a 20-second drive, would you say?
What, from the Premier Inn?
From the Premier Inn to the terminal.
No, so it's about a 5-minute drive.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really close.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, nevertheless, it's really close to the hotel, and it's our go-to hotel. We go there all the time. We book it nice and far in advance, best we can, to get the best rate on the room. We go for dinner, food's nice, jobs are good, and like I say, it's just down the road to the terminal, so anything to sort of...
Well, there's a pub, isn't there, right next to it,
yeah,
which isn't like a beef eater or anything, so it's pretty good. And also, it's free parking.
Oh, it's free parking. Loves a freebie.
Winner, winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, so essentially what I thought we would do is I'll just show you what we pack in our suitcases. Because I do get a lot of questions saying sort of, what clothes do you wear? What foot do you wear? Not what foot do you wear? What shoes do you wear on your feet? Sort of, what do you pack with you? And essentially some of the things that I wanted to know when I was a first timer. So if you're a first timer, you might find this informative. If you're not a first timer, you probably think, oh gosh, I do that, or she could do that, or, whatever. Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm always looking for new hints, tips, hacks and advice, anything to make life easier. So yeah, without further ado, let me show you what I've got. Okay guys, so like I said, I was going to share with you some money saving tips, and this is what we take with us nigh on every trip that we go. So we've got a nice hard shell suitcase here, and we fill it full of stuffs that we need for our trip. So on this side I pack plenty of crisps and snacky bits for my children. I take cereal, I take plain pasta because I've got a fussy eater. I take my own bags of Haribos, I've got a couple in there. I take lots and lots of little things like, Rice Krispie squares, lots and lots of cereal bars, little bags of mini cereal biscuits. I take my own cookies, mini cheddars, I take all sorts of just snacky little bits for the kids. I also take pain au chocolat, croissants, whatever mood I'm in when I'm in the shops. I normally get it all from Home Bargains, if I'm honest, because I find that that's the cheapest way to do it. As a rule, we don't normally have juice in our family, but when you're on holiday and you're drinking water non-stop, it does get a bit monotonous. So a little of one of those into your free iced water that you get from most places, just a nice bit of a change, isn't it, from just having water all the time.
And the Floridian swamp water is pretty gross.
Yes, it is indeed. It very much is. So this all, it might look a bit excessive, but when you're going for 3 weeks with 2 children, it really is not that excessive. And the reason why I do this is because if you saw my last vlog series, you will see a villa tour, and when I opened up my suitcase and shared this with you guys, just how much things cost in America. It is, I'm going to say, extortionate. Would you agree with that, Ben?
Yeah.
It is extortionate.
Yeah, it's really expensive, and you have to buy everything in huge bulk. Yeah.
So when you get on your vacation and you're really excited and you've got to do that dreaded first Walmart, shop, Publix, Target, wherever you choose to go, you will be astonished at the price of things. And like Ben said, you can't just go in and buy, you know, a small portion of something. I can't think off the top of my head. It has to be a large portion of something, and you just won't get through it all. So the reason why I do this is because it will save me an absolute fortune. It's probably cost about £60, all that stuff in there.
We just accumulate it over a period of time, don't we?
Sure.
Whatever's on offer.
Absolutely.
For £1 or...
Yep. And if I were to go and buy that in Walmart today, £100, easy.
And the rest.
If not more. So, you know, it absolutely goes a long way.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
To saving a fortune. When you've got small children, I think if we were on our own, it would be completely different. But when you're in the parks all day, the kids are like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I want one. And if you can just reach in your bag and you've got a little go-to snack there, when you're in the queue lines or when they're feeling exhausted and they need a little bit of a pick-me-up, it's an absolute godsend just having these little bits that each day pop into a little Ziploc bag and off you go. Talking of which, this is my bag of bags. Ben laughs at me for things like this, but I don't care. It makes me happy. So my bag of bags. These are amazing. I just decant into these each day. Maybe some cookies, biscuits, you know, whatever's going on. Whatever the kids fancy. A couple of little packets of Haribo, and off we go. And it will save me a fortune. Now, I'm not a complete Scrooge. I will buy them something in the park. But when it's all day, every day, and, you know, like a cupcake about this big costs you sort of $7 in Disney World, times 2, 14, it soon mounts up. So if you want to be frugal like me, that's my advice. I also take little cups like this, which you can get on Amazon. I think we'll put a link in the description.
There'll be a link to all the stuff we take.
Yeah. So these are amazing. I carabiner clip them onto my backpack, and then when you go up to like a Coke Freestyle machine, or in Disney World you go and ask for free ice water, you just take it out, pop it open, fill it up, have a drink, collapse it, job's a good one. Couple of quid for both of these.
I can't remember what they were, but they weren't a lot. So
cheap. So that's a really good hack. I take my own coffee. That's just my beach bag. Yeah, I take my own coffee. I'm British. Of course I'm taking my tea bags on holiday. They're not mine, they're Ben's, but never mind. We take our own napkins. We also take sponges. Don't normally need things like this if you're staying in a villa, because they're normally, well, in my experience, they're very, very well equipped. But you will need washing powder. And you do not want to be buying this in America because, again, it's huge. You won't get through it all, and it's big bucks. You know, when you compare it to what we pay at home, it's big bucks. So I take quite a few of those over with me, and I take dishwashing tablets. So we buy a bag of these in Home Bargains or what have you, or Sainsbury's, whatever, when they're on offer. And then we just take maybe a quarter of a bag of them with us, because they are very expensive in America. All food and drinks really expensive in America in the supermarkets.
And also, when you get to the supermarket and then you're spending money for your holiday, and then you go around the supermarket and you pick up, you know, your dishwasher tablets, your washing tablets, all the other bits and bobs, you'll have a $200 or $300 bill, and that's coming straight out of your spend. So if you can take stuff with you, for us it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that's what we did on our first trip, isn't it? Because we didn't know about this.
No, we got caught out and we spent a fortune.
So we spent $200-300, and then you're going out for an evening meal, right? And that's another $100, and you're like, geez, I've spent $400 today, and how can you sustain that every day? You know, so, you know, like I said, you don't have to do this. You might think this is really silly, but this is just how I do it, and I get a right kick out of it. I love it. My pop-up laundry bag. I love my laundry bag. I take first aidy bits, you know, as you do. Travel adapters. You can never have too many of these in your villa. If you've got children, tablets, phones, chargers, watches, blah, blah, blahs. What else do we take?
Got our glow stuff.
We've got our glow party stuff. So in the evenings, if we are having a late night, say for example, we're going to stay at Magic Kingdom late and watch the fireworks or something, we will decant some of these into my backpack, and we take them into the park with us. So you get glow up rings and necklaces and blah, blah, you know, just odds and sods for the children. We do it for two reasons. First of all, it's much easier to find your child if they're wearing a glow stick. Much easier because there's a lot of kids. And secondly, I'm too tight. This is where I will admit to being too tight. I am too tight to pay $30 for a bit of like a necklace or a handheld for them to play with that will probably get broken before we get home that night. So I get these in Home Bargains. Home Bargains is going to start paying me commission in a minute. I think it's about £6, isn't it? It's ridiculous. And the kids love it. Plus, they're going to come in very handy for another little event that we're going to, which I will share with you later on. We also have this. I don't know the combination for it. So essentially what this is a travel safe. So it opens up, you can fit in there maybe 2 smartphones, some keys and a small wallet. And it's got an attachment for it, for the top, and you attach it to your sun lounger. So when we go to the water parks, like Volcano Bay, Blizzard Beach, etc., we will clip this onto our sun lounger so that we can feel free to go off and have a go in the lazy river or ride the water slides, etc., without panicking about our phones and things like that. Because to rent a locker in the water parks it's minimum 15, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it goes up to about $30.
And that's every day.
Yeah, I am not paying $30 plus $30 parking. So if you rent a locker in Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon and you pay your parking...
Parking's free.
Oh no, I beg your pardon. Yeah, parking's free, isn't it?
Water parks.
Okay, I take that back. But I'm still not paying $30 for a locker.
No, that cost me about £28 on Amazon.
Yep.
And we can take it every time we go.
Yep. And it's really, really good. And nobody's going to nick the whole sun lounger, right? So, no. Good bit of kit. Save yourself some cash anyway. All of this is essentially about saving money. A pull ring that I keep taking with me because it's not broken, so it's coming back. Just some silly little toys. So when we go down to iDrive, sometimes they have like outdoor, it's almost like parties going on, isn't it? Loads of live music and things like that. And we noticed when we were there the first time that children are playing with these, they're like little helicopters that light up when you throw them in the air. And they were sort of $10 each. And I was like, oh. So I got these on the internet much cheaper. And the children don't know the difference. So win-win. Ben likes to take his own utensils. So he takes his spatula and we've got a frying pan somewhere. I don't know where it is at the moment. We take things for your phone, for when you're at a water park, or you could carry it around in any day really because it rains in Florida, right? So yeah, and that just keeps your phone and cards waterproof. And then we have the important part of the suitcase, the wine. So we like to take out a few bottles of Ben's favourite wine, because if we were to go into Walmart, Target, wherever, and buy one of these wines, it's about $40 per bottle because it's imported. So in America, whether you like it or not, they have they encourage Americans to buy American first. And so anything that's imported costs a lot more money. So we take out a few bottles of wine with us just to kind of help take the sting out of the shopping bill, isn't it? Because it is very expensive. Yeah, so that's really that.
Pretty much it for the food case.
For the food case. Oh, hang on, I beg your pardon. One more.
No,
we've got
more.
Yes.
Party glasses.
Party glasses. Oh, they're not going off now. Again, they cost a few quid online.
And the cooling towels.
Yeah, I'm going to do that now. Cooling towels. So we did get these rather on Amazon. They did come in a little bag, but unfortunately, though, the bags weren't very good and they broke. So cooling towels, if you would buy one in Disney, you're looking between $10 and $15 per cooling towel. I'm not paying that. So Ben got these on Amazon. Again, we'll leave links for everything in the description. A couple of quid. And what we do is every evening we soak it in cold water, put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. And then the next day when we head to the parks, we just take it out of the freezer, put it in our backpacks, and then as the day goes on, we use them to keep ourselves cool.
They're a godsend, aren't they?
You took the words around my mouth. Excuse me, they're an absolute godsend. So you just put it around like that, You know, sometimes Ben wears it, you wear them on your head, don't you? Like
Yeah, wrap it around my
anything.
head.
It can be like desperate measures.
Yeah.
So
when it's that hot, you don't really
yeah,
care.
no, you don't. Yeah, all rules are out. But they're great because you can drape them over the children, and if you want to, as you're going around the park, you can dip them in like fountains of cold water or the toilets and just put them back on throughout the day. So yeah, I would definitely recommend cooling towels to anybody. We have got some fans. Yeah, in terms of fans, so we've got this black one and we have a white one as well that's in one of the suitcases. These are very popular in the parks. You will see these everywhere. They're relatively cheap to buy, aren't they?
I think that was about 29 quid. That
Oh,
one.
was it?
That one was, because that's better than the other
Oh,
one.
gosh. Okay, that's a bit more than I anticipated. But yeah, so they, you know, you charge it up USB, blah, 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 pop it on, and the air shoots up at you from all directions. I can't emphasise enough how amazing these things are. I personally absolutely love the Florida heat. Like, the hotter and the more humid it is for me, the better. Parker and me are absolutely fine in the heat. Ben and Ellis, however, are already always hot, aren't you?
Yeah.
So they really, really struggle in Florida. So things like this for Ben and Ellis is absolutely worth its weight in gold. So
Well, we're hot-blooded and you two are like reptiles.
that's why I'm in Slytherin. In terms of footwear, I just wanted to share with you the shoes that Ben wears. So these are his absolute go-to shoe. So much so, he doesn't wear anything else ever now, even at home. He always wears these shoes. These are Asics Nova Blasts. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. They're amazing.
And Ben said that they are like walking on clouds. So when you're in Florida, this is the sort of shoe that I would recommend you wear. It's got a nice thick heel. It's going to keep you further away from the ground. It's super light, really, really light. It's going to dry really quickly because it's going to rain a lot and you're going to go on water rides and you're going to get wet.
And they're just so comfortable.
The worst thing you want is wet feet.
No.
So Ben really likes these. I'm a bit of a stickler for my Huaraches. So moving on to my case quickly, I'm not going to pull out all my clothing and show you. I will show you what I wear on a daily basis. However, what I will say is I no longer go to Primark and spend, 100 quid or whatever on character sort of cotton-based clothing pieces for myself anymore. Because even though I love the heat, it definitely is exacerbated by wearing clothes like that from Primark. And whilst, your Mickey and Minnie t-shirts look amazing in the parks, they are not going to help you out throughout the day. They're going to make you hotter. They're going to make you more tired. So I would recommend to anybody sportswear all day long. Absolutely.
Breathable, lightweight.
Yeah. Is it wicking, they call it? So it absorbs moisture and sweat. So I do get a lot of my gym wear from Primark because it's nice and cheap. And I like cheap. So anyway, moving on. I like to use packing cubes in my suitcases. Ben's not particularly bothered by these, but I absolutely love them. I'm convinced it's just because it's an aesthetically pleasing thing, but nevertheless, I love them. So I get them from Primark or Temu or anywhere because they're all the same material and they're just cheapy-ary, to be honest with you. So when I get to London tonight or when I get to Orlando, I'm just going to take out my things. Job's a good one. Same for the kids. I'll send them into their bedrooms and be like, here's your underwear, here's this, here's that. And it just keeps it all nice and neat and organised, essentially. So yeah, that's the way I like to pack it.
We've made that mistake so many times with the cotton clothes because I used to get all my stuff from Next.
Yep.
And it's just thick cotton
Oh, it's
clothes.
awful.
And you are just melting.
All day long.
Yeah.
So this is nice and organised. This is chaos because that's just all my chargers and hair straighteners and stuff like that. We also put in our suitcases Apple Air tags rather. So there's one in my case, one in Ben's case. I don't bother putting one in the food case. We have one in Ellis's and one in Parker's. So just in case it does go missing, we can track it down and find out where it is. So that was recommended to us and we've done that. So I'd recommend that to anybody. In terms of my footwear, I like to take my EVA Berkeys with me. because they're really comfortable. My Crocs, love a Croc. And then, like I said, my Huaraches. I take my white ones and I take my black ones. I don't take flip-flops. That's probably the worst thing you can wear. Don't take Converse. Don't take Vans. Don't take anything that's flat. Anything that's got like a rubber toe cap on the front. Just don't do it to yourself because you will regret it. My children live in Crocs, don't they? So Ellis has got a lovely pair of Asics. Parker's got a lovely pair of Nikes. But for the most part, they will live in their Crocs. They absolutely love wearing their Crocs. They are so comfy. And if your feet get wet, it doesn't matter because they dry in an instant. And then I've got my Disney bag with an extra pair of shoes in there.
Why have you got an extra pair of shoes?
Because I've got the white ones of these, obviously. Why wouldn't I? My perfume. Yeah, and then just my odds and sods, my makeup bits. Oh, actually, I'm not taking any makeup on this trip. That's all hair bits. So that's my case. When I go on my flight, I like to take this little thing with me. So I picked this up from Primark and it was £13. So I think it's a real bargain. It didn't come with a bottle, that was separate. So I won't take anything in that when we go through the airport, but when I get through security, there are water filling stations and I like to fill that up because on the flight, I don't like to bug the attendants and be like, can I have a drink, can I have a drink? So I'll fill that up when we get through and take that on with me. And then I've just got a bag full of bits and bobs, sunglasses for when you get off the flight or when you get out of the airport at MCO. I've got a phone holder, so if one of the children get a bit bored with the in-flight entertainment, this will clip to the little pull-down thingy. What's it called? The table. Yeah, and then they could put my phone in it.
It clips on anything, doesn't it? Tables, chairs, whatever.
Yeah, we got that on the internet, so we'll link that. It's really good, and it also I got it because when we go to restaurants and stuff, they always quarrel over my phone. She's holding it, he's holding it, I can't see it. So if I've got this, anything to just avoid the arguments, I will clip it to the table, phone in that way. No one's touching it then. No one needs to hold it and everybody can see it. So yeah, that was a few quid on the internet. So happy days. I've got some sucky sweets for Ellis, some hard-boiled sweets because she really struggles with her ears on the flight. And then in this one, it's my clear bag because you've got to take a clear bag when you've got liquids and stuff. Flight socks. Yes, we flight sock. We are that family that wears flight socks. Got my headphones. Ben bought me some headphones for my birthday. And then just like toothbrushes, mouthwash, nail files, sort of, lippy, eye mask, earplugs, especially if you sit next to Ben. Ben likes to wear nose strips on the flight, nail file. Just odds and sods, really, so that when you've been on the flight for the best part of 10 hours, you can just nip into the loo, have a brush, have a mouthwash, get yourself freshened up and get ready to get off the flight. And it just makes you feel better, doesn't it?
Definitely.
It really does. So got a bit of deodorant in there for Ben. I don't have your eye mask. Do you have your eye mask?
It's in my other bag.
Okay. Yeah, and that's that, essentially. So I'll just, when we go through security, I'll just pull that out, pop it on the thing. Jobs are good. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys is the stuff that we take for the children. So these are the suitcases that the children have. And this is Parker's one, so he's got Mickey and Ellis has got Minnie. And they were £30 from Primark. Now, I have had them for a couple of years.
They're ideal though, aren't they?
But yeah, they're absolutely spot on. They're cabin size, so if you want to take them on the cabin, you can, but we don't. We always check them in. So the less you carry on, the better. So yeah, the children just take suitcases that big. We also take this for Ellis. So she is basically in America. She still has to have a car seat, whereas Parker does not need to have a car seat. So we bought this. It's by Trunky. So you might know their little pull-along suitcases on wheels. This is called a Trunky Booster Pack. So essentially, it's a backpack that doubles up as a booster seat. So when she goes on flight, she'll take this on board with her. She will have in here the essentials. I asked her to pack it herself, so she's packed the essentials. So she's got kittens, top trumps, earphones and dolls. Girl's done, she's ready for vacation. But no, in all seriousness, they both have a pair of these nice Sony headphones. And in here is a really good space for the dolls. They're going to have to come.
Snacks
but
and
also,
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Ellis is extremely fussy. So we make her, we make her food in advance and take it with us. So she'll have a whopping great breakfast tomorrow. And then we'll have like a nice big ham baguette that we've made for her. That will come in here. And then some extra snacks, her headphones, some books for the flight and for when we're away. And it truly is amazing. Like, you don't need to then go to Walmart and buy a booster seat when you're over there. So this cost me £50, I think it was. I bought it direct from Chunky. It comes with a warranty and things like that. And once you're in the car, you then lift off that bit, excuse the mess, pop these out, and you feed this through the seat belt, and then you just clip her in like you would do
a normal one.
Any regular seat belt. Yeah, it's amazing. And then you just press the big buttons on the side when you're done with it. That's it, and then it turns back into the backpack. So it's super cool and really helpful. So if you've got a child that will need a car seat, get yourself one of those. Job's a good one.
It's actually cheaper to buy one of those than it is to rent a car seat from the car hire companies.
That's a good point, yeah. Or to buy one in a supermarket, isn't it? Yeah, and you will need it. So if you're getting a hire car when you get there, if you're doing like a fly drive package, invest in one of these. I also make the children snack activity packs for the flight. So the contents are essentially the same. Pick up these little bags. I think I got them on Temu, and it was like 2 for £1 or something absolutely ridiculous in one of their lightning sales. And then I just pick up little odds and sods for them. So they'll have an activity book, some colouring pencils, a notebook, and then some crisps and 2 little packets of sweeties. We'll have some water, and I will pick them up some fruit in the airport before we get on the flight. And then if they want to put any extra little activity things in there, like Parker's got some stickers in here, then he can. And this will just go in his backpack in a minute, and Ellis's will go in there. And then when we get on the flight, they just pull it out at their leisure. And it's because it's nice and big as well, they put all their odds and sods back in, so it alleviates everything rolling around the floor and getting lost. But I think that this is, I think it's really good.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a lovely little idea, and it keeps them entertained for a little bit because, you know, whilst yes, they have got the screens, and yes, they probably would sit there for 10 hours watching screens, right? I don't particularly want them to do that. So, nice little activity pack.
Screen
with
break.
a little bit, you know, some little snacky wackies in there. Lovely jubbly. And that's pretty much it, I think, in terms of what we pack. So, I think I've covered everything. Yeah, so that pretty much is everything that I wanted to share with you on the pre-travel day. So now we're just going to go around the house, turning off things, etc., etc., get all the suitcases in the car, and then drive up to London. So we're going to film a little bit in the car, I think, and then pretty much the next time I check in with you is when we will be in London. So,
road trip,
baby! Whee! I'm getting excited now. I'm like, my palms getting sweaty because I'm like, oh, it's getting really close. So yeah, if you found this informative, let me know. If there's anything you want to know, please ask me, comment, inbox, whatever. Just let me know. Give me some advice. Ask me advice. Whatever you know, whatever you like. I love hearing from people. It really does make my day. Hit the bell for future notifications, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. And we look forward to sharing with you our new family Florida vlog series. Just a quick update. We are about halfway to London now, I think. We've just had a little pit stop, had a McDonald's, used the toilet and had a little refresh. All good? All good. All good in the car. We're still really, really excited. So the next time that I film will be when we get to Gatwick Manor, so I'll see you then. We have finally arrived. We are at the Premier Inn Gatwick Manor on London Road near South Terminal. Took us a little bit longer than we anticipated because there was quite a lot of roadworks on the way. Nevertheless, we're here. Whoa, speed. I was going to say we're here, we're happy and we're safe, but I might pause that thought for a second. Oh, crikey. Anyway, so yeah, aren't they just? So we're here, like I said, we're going to go in, check into the hotel, empty our bags into the room. Thank you for taking that one nice and easy. Yeah, get our bags into the room and then head over to the pub. And I think I said earlier that there is a pub here on the grounds, but it is separate from the Premier Inn, so it's not like your usual Beefeater sort of setup or a pub attached to it where you go and have a meal that's booked through the Premier Inn. It's completely independent of the Premier Inn. But yeah, so we're going to go in there, get something to eat perhaps. Ben and I are not really particularly very hungry at the moment, but we shall see. Definitely have a few pre-holiday beverages. Come on! We've just arrived in the Gatwick Manor pub. Ordered some drinks. Woohoo! Got a nice double G&T. Ben's got himself a nice glass of wine. Children have got some colouring. It's a beautiful evening, so we're just going to sit out and enjoy this, what would you call it? Clear summer's night? Yeah, it's lush. Yeah, so we're just going to have a couple of drinks and then maybe get something to eat and just absolutely chill and unwind before the chaos that is a 4 a.m. wake up, which I don't know about you, but I'm not really looking forward to that. Yeah, so just wanted to show you sort of like the things that are on offer here. Just move that out of the way. It's generally sort of like your usual pub grubby sort of bits. Is that going to be right the right over? Yeah, so it's fairly reasonable priced. And they've got quite a good children's menu. I'm currently sat on it because it's like the bench is really splintery. So they do 2 courses for children, $7.99, 3 courses, $8.99, and it's got all your usual sort of mac and cheese, pizza, burger, chicken strips, that sort of thing, sides and puddings. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable. So we might order something soon and I'll show you if we do. we've enjoyed a lovely few snacks. What are you laughing at? A lovely.
Just smiling at you.
Oh, we've had a few snacks at the pub tonight, as opposed to 2 big set meals each, because we just didn't need all that food, did we?
No, we don't really eat that much anymore.
No.
And we had a big feed at McDonald's.
We did. We had a big old feed.
McDonald's.
I love McDonald's. Yeah, so we're just going to have another glass of wine, and then we're going to head back over to our hotel, which literally you can see the entrance from the pub. It's just perfect location, isn't it?
It's time to get excited now.
We've checked in on the app. I don't know if I mentioned earlier how we're travelling.
No.
Did I?
No.
I didn't, did I?
No.
So we're flying from Gatwick, as you know, straight into MCO, and we're flying premium economy.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants flight, this one. So it was one of my 40th birthday presents. So it was my birthday a couple of days ago.
You're not 40.
I know, I don't look it. That's the Botox. But yeah, so we're going to fly premium economy, which is, I'm so excited. I love premium economy.
It's nice.
It is nice. It does cost a lot more money, but sometimes you can get, you can get it as a good deal, can't you? If you book it far enough in advance, would you say? Never.
No, I've never got it as a good deal. It's always good.
No, well, maybe that's just you. You're a loser. But I just love premium because more legroom. Your seat goes back further. You get looked after a lot more. You get champagne like the instant you get on the flight. So for me, I'm like, ooh.
So yeah, we're
But
getting
anyway.
excited now. And,
Yeah.
Back to the hotel, and I think that's pretty much it for pre-travel day, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've covered all the areas that we wanted to cover. We hope that you found this video informative and useful. This is actually our first pre-travel day video, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We haven't done a pre-travel day video before.
If it's crap, we're sorry.
If you think there's room for improvement, please let us know.
But here we go, we get spammed now.
Yeah, so no, but seriously, if you do think there's room for improvement, or you've got any hints, tips, suggestions, hacks, like I said to you this morning when I was filming at home, please let me know, because I openly welcome any criticism, feedback. I'm open arms. I'm not too shy.
See you in the morning for travel day.
Yeah, travel day. Oh, going to Orlando.